Hello friends, after completion of partial fraction method, now we are going to learn in this video about integration by parts. We describe one more method in this video for integration that is quite useful in integration of product of a function, right? हमने अभी तक जो कोई मेथड देखी है, जितनी भी मेथड हमने सीखी है, इसमें कभी भी प्रोडक्ट का इंटीग्रेशन नहीं किया है. सो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न अबाउट हाउ टू इंटीग्रेट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ functions, right? Suppose if u and v are any two differentiable functions, right? So if u and v are any two differentiable function, u and v are any two differentiable function of a single variable x, of a single variable x, right? We assume that we say that only we are taking single variable x because in higher education, right, you are going to use double integration, triple integration. Then functions are differential functions are of variable x, y and z. Also you have to take, so we are taking here a single variable x, right? Then by product of a differentiation, right? So then by product of differentiation, right? You have a product rule. What we have? We have, you know, ddx of u into v, product rule in differentiation. Ddx of u into v is equal to u dv by dx, u dv by dx, right? Plus now v as it is and differentiation of u, that is du by dx. This is the product rule. Now integrating this both sides. So integrating both sides, we get integration ddx of u into v and dx, right? As you know, this is the integral sign and we are integrating this ddx of u into v is equal to integration u dv by dx and dx plus integration v du by dx and dx. This is what we get, right? So now you know integration and differentiation are reciprocal of each other, so they will remove, right? So we get uv is equal to integration u into dv by dx bracket over dx plus integration v du by dx bracket over dx. Making these two a subject, what we get? Therefore, integration u dv by dx bracket over dx is equal to uv minus this, taking this to left hand side. So uv minus integration v du by dx bracket over dx, right? So we get this. Now if we take this u as fx, there is one function, and dv by dx as a gx, that is another function. So product of these two functions. So if we take, if we take u is equal to one function and dv by dx is another function. So u is equal to fx and dv by dx is equal to gx, right? Then we require here du by dx. So differentiating this with respect to x. So du by dx means f dash x, and here we require v. V means here derivative is given. So if we integrate, then we get the v. So and integrating this, what we get? dv by dx into dx is equal to integration gx dx. That is what we get. This derivative and integration will remove, right? Will vanishes here. So what we get? V is equal to integration gx dx. We get integration gx dx. Suppose we say this as a reason number 1. Then substituting value in 1. So from 1, what we get? So therefore, from 1, we get integration u is fx. So integration u is fx dv by dx, that is this dv by dx is into dx is gx, because this is integration, right? So what we get? du by dx is fx, u is, we take fx, and v is integration gx dx. So fx into gx dx, integration gx dx, right? This is because of this. If we write this as can I write like this? This is u into integration dv by dx of dx. So this is like this, integration d dx of v into dx. So this vanishes. So what we get? V, and value of v is integration gx dx. So I am writing in fx into gx dx is integration f gx dx is equal to. So this is, now u is fx and v is integration gx dx, right? So u is fx into integration gx dx, right? Minus v is integration gx dx, right? So minus integration v is integration gx dx. So integration gx dx, this is bracket over, and du by dx is f dash x. So f dash x and bracket over, this bracket over, this is for this, and now this bracket over, and the remaining dx is this. So this is dx, right? So rewriting these terms, I am writing this integration fx gx dx is equal to, this is fx into integration gx dx minus integration, now this f dash x into integration gx dx bracket over and dx. So this is known as a rules for integration by parts, where fx and gx are two differentiable functions. If you want to write this here, right? So you can use this formula, another form, integration uv dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration du by dx integration v dx bracket over dx, and we are going to use this form for solving the questions. That is integration uv dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration du by dx into integration v dx, right? So this is same thing is here, integration uv dx, this is our u and v, right? Integration gx dx is, right? Then u, this is fx is u, integration g dx is v dx, integration gx is v. So g dx v dx minus integration f dash x is du by dx integration v dx and dx. That is our other formula, and we are frequently using this only. This is how this rule, that is integration by parts, we derive, right? So remember this thing, and for using this formula, you have to remember which function you have to take as a u and which function as you have to take as a v. That is more important. So I need some space. So wait a minute. So as we discussed integration by parts, the rules for integration by parts is integration uv dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration into bracket d dx of u integration v dx bracket over dx. So this is the rule we proved, right? That integration uv dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration du by dx integration v dx. This bracket is for this, and integration this is dx, right? Now when we apply integration by part rule, then the selection of u and v are very important, right? So how to select u and v? So you have to select u and v in this order, that L means logarithmic function, right? Then I means inverse trigonometric function, that is sine inverse, cos inverse, etc., right? Then E means algebraic function, that is x square, x cube, etc., right? For example, x square, x cube, etc. are called algebraic function. Then T means trigonometric function, that is our sixth standard function, sin x, cos x, tan x, etc., right? So I'm writing sin, cos, tan, etc. function. Then E, that is exponential function, that is e raised to x, a raised to x, are called exponential function. So order this is important for selection of u. For selection of u, you have to follow this order. So check the both function given, u and v, both functions are given in sums, right? If logarithmic function is there, consider that as a u, and the remaining function is your v, right? If log is not, then check for is there any inverse function. If inverse is not, then check is there algebraic. If odd algebraic is there available, then go for trigonometric function is there. If no trigonometric function, then there must be a exponential function. So you have to go for this in order of LIATE, that is logarithmic function, inverse trigonometric function, algebraic function, trigonometric functions, and exponential function is E, right? So this order is for selection of only u, and the remaining function multiply another function, right? Multiple, that is your v, right? So in some book, in some reference book, they are using the rule ILATE. So this is I is first and then L is, but sometimes if you take I first and then a logarithmic function, in some question if both are there, then there is some problem for you. So I'm not advise you to go for ILATE, right? If you take assuming this way you LIATE, then there is you can't face any problem to solve the question. So now how to apply this integration by parts rule? So we are taking one question, that is example number 17, page 3 to 5, I think, page 3 to 4. Is given I is equal to integration of x into cos x dx. X into cos x dx, right? Now this is product, and you know now when product of two function is given, there is then only one method just till now is applicable is integration by parts. Otherwise, not another method is applicable, right? So applying this method, integration by parts, we have to select u and v, and for selecting of u, you have to follow this rule LIATE. Which rule? LIATE, right? So remember this thing. So I am writing here LIATE because this is important for selection of u and v for integration by parts. So log L, is log function is there? No. Inverse is there? No. A, algebraic is there? Yes. X. So this is your u and this is your v. Now you have to write in each and every question formula of integration by parts if you are applying this, and also in margin, top of the page, in margin you have to write integration by parts formula. So no need to then write 10 times, 100 times, right? So writing formula integration u v dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration d by dx of u integration v dx bracket over dx. So this is the rule for integration by parts. This is the rule for integration by parts. So applying this rule, that means substituting value of u and v. So what is your I now? I is equal to u. U is x. So as it is, integration v dx. V is cos. So integration cos x dx. Got it? Now minus. So minus integration d dx of u. U is x. So we have to write d dx of x. Integration v dx. V is cos. So cos x dx bracket over dx. Bracket over dx. Got it? Once again, u integration v is cos x. So integration cos v x dx v minus integration du by dx. That is u is x. So du by dx. Dx by dx. Integration v is cos x dx bracket over dx. Now this is all our standard formula. Integration of cos is sine. Here is cos x sine and derivative of x is 1. So integrating this, what we get? X into sine x minus integration 1. And the answer of this is again sine x dx. So answer will be x into sine x minus integration of sine x is minus cos x, that you know. So minus cos x and plus c. So final answer will be x into sin x plus cos x plus c. So this is your answer, right? And do remember one thing, this type of question, x into cos x, x into sin x, you are going to use frequently integration of this type of function. So do remember, right, how to solve this. So in integration by parts, it's important to select u and v, and you have to select u in the order of LIATE. This LIATE, you have to select in this order. Okay, got it? So next question is example number 18, page 325. I is equal to integration log x dx. Only one function log x is given. Yes, हमने कभी भी नहीं सोचा कि हमने log x का इंटीग्रेशन का फॉर्मूला ही नहीं पढ़ा. We never integrate log x as a formula. You know derivative log x is 1 upon x, but no integration log x dx. Don't know, right? So what is the answer? X log x minus x plus c is the integration of this log x dx. What is the answer? X log x minus x plus c. You have to remember this now as a formula. Now you don't have any formula for integrate a log x. That means you have to apply integration by parts, because we are solving the question of integration by parts. So in this type of question, what you have to take? You have to consider u as a in order, this order LIATE. So his log is there. Okay, this is u. Then what about v? V is 1, because we can write like this function. This is log x into 1 dx. Can I write like this? So this is your u and this is v. So while you are given only one function and you are not able to apply a standard formula, any standard formula, then you have to take that function as u and another function is v. That is, one is multiplied with all functions, right? So integration uv dx formula is u integration v dx minus integration du by dx integration v dx bracket over dx. This is the formula that we have to apply, right? So we have to apply this formula. So apply this formula, u is log x, so log x is as it is, so log x integration 1 dx minus integration d dx of u is log x, so d dx of log x integration 1 dx bracket over dx. This is the formula, right? So this is equal to log x into integration 1 is x, that you know, right? So now applying substituting the value in this formula, nothing to do, is very easy. So integration by parts is very easy formula, right? Very easy topic for you, but for that you must know all the basic formulas of integration, right? Minus integration, now log x, derivative of log x is 1 upon x, and integration of 1 is x and dx. So x will be cut. So what we get? Now in this type of questions you have to write angle first, because sometimes students are making one mistake, they are writing this log x square. Not, this is x is angle and here is not angle, right? So this is x into log of x minus integration dx. Now you know integration of 1 is x, so answer is x into log x minus x plus c. This is your answer, right? So है ना, easy, बहुत ही easy है. We have a space, so now we solve question number 18. Now example number 19 on same page 325, and is I is equal to integration. 19th question is x into e raised to x, x into e raised to x dx. Right? Two functions are given, means we have to apply integration by parts formula. L log, no log is there, but remember one thing. Instead of checking this all thing, what is u, what is v, if you see exponential function, then you know exponential function is always last. So with exponential function or function which is, what is here, x is your u, so this u and this is v. And if you don't know this thing, then check log, no, I, no, a, yes, then it is u. So writing this formula, integration uv dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration du by dx integration v dx bracket over dx. This is the formula for integration by parts. Now applying this formula, what we get? This is I is equal to u as it is x, right? Then integration v dx, that is integration of e raised to x dx. So integration e raised to x dx minus integration du by dx, that is d by dx of x. Integration v dx is e raised to x dx bracket over dx. This is your answer. Now simple integration. Integration of e raised to x is e raised to x, that you know. So this is x e raised to x minus derivative of x is with respect to x is 1. So integration 1, answer of this is e raised to x and dx, right? So x e raised to x minus integration of e raised to x is e raised to x and plus c. So this is your answer, right? Now sometimes students may ask one question, sir, how many times we can apply an integration by parts in one question? Infinitely times, no problem at all. Suppose you are given like this example, I is equal to integration x square into e raised to x dx. Suppose you are given questions x square into e raised to x dx, right? So that is your question number 3 in exercise. So I am solving that question. So question number 3, right? Page 3 to 7. Right? So one question solved from exercise, that is question number 3, page 327. I is equal to x square e raised to x. Now the same thing, logarithmic function, sorry, exponential function, and this is algebraic function, so we have to take this as a u. So this is u and this is v. Right? I am solving the question in this space, so I am not going to write this formula again. You have to write. So write here formula. This you have to write a formula, that is integration u v dx is equal to u integration v dx minus integration du by dx integration v dx bracket over dx. This is a formula, right? So now u as it is, that is x square as it is. So answer is x square. Integration v dx, integration of e raised to x. I am not writing this step, I am writing this step directly here. So integration of e raised to x is e raised to x. So e raised to x minus integration derivative of x square is twice x ddx of u is x, here x. So answer is 1. Here is x square. So answer is twice x. And integration v dx, integration e raised to x dx is e raised to x dx. Got it? If you are not able to write this step directly, right? If you write formula, then you are able to write. Otherwise, you are not able to. Then you have to write this step first and then write this step. Okay? So now 2 is constant. So this is x square into e raised to x minus 2 times integration x into e raised to x dx. So again the problem, we are not able to integrate this. This is u into v, and this is the repetition of this question. So you have to apply again integration by parts. So again applying integration by parts here, what we get? I am going to write directly, so pay attention here. Look here, right? See here. This is x as it is. Integration of e raised to x, that is v dx, is e raised to x minus integration d dx of x, that is x, right? That is 1, and v dx is e raised to x dx, right? And remember one thing also. In this integration by parts section, no need to write a plus c each and every time. You have to write only one times after finishing all integration, right? So I am writing not here plus c, here, right? After finishing this integration, we write a plus c, only one arbitrary constant. So this is x square e raised to x minus, multiplying this 2 times x e raised to x minus plus 2 times, and the integration of e raised to x, integration of e raised to x is e raised to x, so 2 times e raised to x plus c, right? So here is x square, you have to apply 2 times. Suppose you are given here x cube, then what happen? Do it yourself at home. X cube e raised to x dx, right? Do it at home yourself. Do it yourself at home. DIYS. Do it yourself at home. Right? You have to apply integration by part formula 3 times. Okay?